Hello!
Hello!
We are live on time and no one can prove us otherwise.
No one can prove it wrong. We're here.
We are
Uh,
definitely here.
Anna,
This is not an illusion.
the tab
Yes.
has switched to stream. The dice rolls,
Yay.
the dice rolls thing has switched to stream. Did you open the stream in the same tab? Did you open the stream in the same tab as your character sheet? Save window, I mean. Let me check. It's yeah. Now it is. Yeah. I'm gonna close stream because I can't handle this.
You can't. Not today.
Yeah, no.
No, you know what? I
I'm already
also
keep an eye
stripping the
there.
back
cannot
for
handle
you.
it. It is too much.
All right, folks. We are back with another episode of Dark Waters, Tales of Trancy's not Chaos Fridays, because we are here out of time and out of sync, and that's why tech has abandoned us. But
What's mad at us?
we are opening a session with some interesting energy. But first and foremost, I am a Tad Fighter. I am the Dungeon Master, bringing us back with all of our lovely adventurers, who are now going to go one by one, tell us who they are, what they're playing, and all that good stuff. We'll start with Mike.
Hey, I am still Mike, still he, him, I can't talk. I've been hanging around for 3 hours and I have no words left. No, he, him pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at LumberjackK8. I will be playing Jasper Skylark, the Bard, who is about to take a little dip into ring announcing, I think. So we'll see how that goes.
All right. Next up, we will have Hector.
Hi, my name is Hector, known as Okami all over the internet. I pronouns he, they. My character, Yabisi, everyone's favorite Bardadin, is getting ready to get into an epic fight to entertain everybody.
Yes, there's no other reasoning. There is no anger in UVC as he's come down.
No, he's
not
just here
at
to
all.
entertain.
Of course.
Not mad at all.
Next up is our savior of the hour.
Hello? I hear myself double now. It is awful. Hi, I'm Anna or Riley. I use they them pronouns. And I am producing now. I am playing Divana. They she pronouns half orc cleric. I'm also a little brain dead, but yeah, I'm happy to be here and happy I can help.
Indeed. Next up, we have Rice.
Oh, I'm Rice or Ricecakes. I use they she pronouns, and today I am playing the clueless one of the group, so to speak. I am playing our favorite mascot, Sprout. Yay! He they pronouns. I apologize. This is all my fault that we're playing on Monday.
Oh, not
I have
at
been
all.
cursed.
Scheduling is part of this game at this point. And last but not least, we have Steve, the survivor.
Hello, hi. I am Steve. I usually run Pantsless tables. Today I am playing, and while I get to experience other people producing for me for a change, thank you, Anna. Yeah, I'm going to be playing Sapphire Stonewall. He, she, they, any pronouns. Dragonborn soul. Divine Soul Sorcerer. Why do I keep thinking Soul Sucking Sorcerer? That's not what they do just yet. Anyway, that's me. Yeah.
All right. And
That
lastly,
get was carrying a lot of weight.
like to me also, I'm like, what? And Estrogen, aka Assis, is not here today. I will be piloting them, and we shall hope nothing bad happens to them, as everyone is already a little fried. But we also have a very frying session planned out, so we'll see how that plays out. So last we had left our adventurers. They had hit the road after saving the town of Anlin from its immediate threat before planning on going and dealing with the Black Spider and all of that big stuff. They decided to go help out in nearby places, gather allies and strength. On the road east, they met Eglith, a Goliath who seems to be very, very friendly, if anything else. And they had also picked up earlier than that Tristan Breckenridge, another new friend, along with Celestine Thoran. And all of them made their way eastward towards Conneberry. Along the way, however, they ran into a Yanti snake lady by the name of Ziaka, who is a priestess of the Collective One, which the party had gathered was basically the god of the earth's aspects, like Udot's aspects. But the party realized that she's a priestess who was here to check out her old temple, which has been taken over by a carnival of sorts. And they went to check it out, this big pyramid, which has been taken over by a company known as the Fine Day Boardwalk, where they met beloved characters like Larry the Crab, Sealy the Seal, and Horsey the Seahorse. And after brief interactions with them, they saw gigantic crowds of just families, different adventurers, travelers coming from all over the world, just having a good time. And they learned that they have to go underneath this pyramid to get to the source of whatever this problem might be or what Ziaka needs checked out. Turns out, however, the staircase to the pyramid has been sealed shut. The amphitheater around it has been converted into an arena. And there are exhibition pit fights and stuff happening. So a very upset and angry party went and spoke to Tharaday, the proprietor of this establishment, who basically explained to them that he works for someone as well, and well, he has his hands tied in a lot of ways too. But a deal was struck that he could shut the arena down for a brief period if the main event happened sooner, as the current main event has lost one of its contestants. At which point, Yabisi, with the intent to entertain, has volunteered to fight the champion and has apologized to Tharaday in advance in case he breaks her, as he said. And they saw this champion was a tiefling by the name of Nedra. What you could tell was just a lot of hair and a very scary looking expression behind it. But then a lot of people made different bets in different places, after which the party went to the stands to like kind of cheer and watch. Jasper went and started preparing to introduce his side of the champion. And Devana had a very curious conversation with Dagon, who basically trauma dumped on them and left.
Yes, and I analyzed it.
A lot. But yes, it's been a bit, so that's why we went for the bit of a hefty recap. But now we're all here. First and foremost, we will cut to UBC entering the green room. Now, you hear, like, kind of like the echo distant, like, clamoring of crowds, like, above you and around you in the arena, like, gathering up. The green room itself is actually very well appointed. There's all sorts of, like, standard weapons, armor, and shields kept here in case you want to pick anything up. You also
I'm going to look for, like, a solid quality longsword.
Easily found.
Okay.
Like, these people seem to have at least kept a very good stock of, like, resources. You can grab a basic longsword. You also see the set, like, there's like this big table in the center which has been sprawled out with food, like exotic fruits and meats and different kinds of drinks all over the room. And I'll say you can just kind of tell on glance, like the food seems to be, well, not all of it, but some of the food seems to be like magically enchanted almost. Like it seems to be there to give you an edge in trying to fight the champion. Like there's all of these like big, spiky, exotic fruits. There's different kinds of meats and all of that. So while you are waiting in the green room, is there anything you would like to partake in?
Can I make a like nature or survival to like look at the fruit, figure out which one I should eat?
Sure.
Okay.
You can roll either.
Okay. Roll the bones. 17 on a survival check.
17. All right. On a 17, you see there are a couple of these kind of like durian fruit-like things, essentially. You would know that those are local specialties of the Sword Coast, and they are usually had by hunters when they're going on like, intense hunts or like long treks and whatnot. And they are said to boast like robustness and resilience. There is also on a 17, you can see a little bit of like this drink that's been kept there. It's some sort of a, like pressed, like fruit pressed, like juice mixed in with some kind of an alcohol. However, it's not for dulling the senses, it's for sharpening them, moving quicker. Maybe not for a long time, but for at least a good fight.
Okay. I'm going to have those
Yeah.
two specifically while I'm waiting.
All right. Roll me 2 Constitution saves.
Sure. Ooh. Ooh.
Yeah.
I failed both.
Well, it wasn't really failing. So essentially,
I got an 8 and an 11.
yeah. So firstly, what happens is you kind of start eating the first fruit. It hurts your throat. It's a rough fruit to eat. Like probably like more like sturdy kind of like animal mouths eat this fruit, and it like stings a little. You take 1 piercing damage to yourself.
Got it.
However, you also gain 12 temporary hit points. Secondly, the 11 actually passes that. You have that drink, you get, you feel like kind of like revitalized and like confidently strong. And what this feature does is, well, 2 things. Firstly, once during your next fight now, you can use the feature Action Search.
Oh, okay.
And secondly, once during this fight, when you take damage, you can use your reaction to attack back.
Okay.
Actually, wait, what's your con mod? Oh, sorry. Yeah, it is a +1, right? Yeah, so only once during the fight. Yeah.
Okay.
All right. All right. Is there anything else you want to try having, or is that?
No. I'm just gonna do those 2.
All right.
And then I'm gonna take a deep breath, exhale, and heal my throat with
like a lay on hands.
With lay on hands. I'm gonna use
Yeah.
one of my lay on hands on my throat, just so that I have a full.
Yeah. As you kind of patch yourself up, you start to feel like the gate in front of you being raised up. As like the light starts to hit you and like the clamor of crowd starts to hit you, we got above floor to all of you, like, sitting there beginning to like watch this fight. Jasper, because of your prior agreement with Thoroughday, you were basically kind of called out to one of like the side stands. You see like one end of like this arena pit has kind of been like extended out on like the scaffolding, where you see like Thoroughday is standing there with the equivalent of a mic, but it's actually just a wand with thaumaturgy. And basically like hands one to you and asks before asking you, he'll just be like, hello, welcome everyone to Fight Night. We, after some problems, do have our main event here. Finally, we've had someone brave enough to step up before our beloved champion here for the past, you know how long it's been. Anyway, bets have been placed, people have been gathered, and our contender is not any mere contender. This contender might actually have a shot at providing a spectacle to behold. So much so that they have come with their own introductions. And he kind of like gestures to you.
Okie doke. Jasper will grab the mic and he will kind of look around, raise his head, and he will say, standing 6 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 280 pounds, hailing from the Jade Mangroves. He is the last of his clan. The walking, talking embodiment of Pan. Wielder of Stormbreaker, virtuoso rhythm maker. Rise and prepare for his resplendence, the fighting arm of the Transcendence. If Nedra's the question, this man is the answer. So rise with me and welcome Yabisi, Leaf Dancer.
Roll me a performance with advantage.
Okay. I mean, it should be difficult to fail this with +8, right?
Don't say that.
So you say.
Don't say that now.
So you say.
It's a 22.
Okay. For a 22, 2 times during this fight, before your BC's turn starts, you can choose to give your BC Bardic Inspiration.
Awesome.
All right. And as that happens, the doors open up and your BC begins to enter. The crowd hits you with just sounds and cheers. Some of them just like yelling out, clamoring to see you get pummeled just because they want their money's worth. Yeah. Some of them yelling because some people felt like, oh, I'll take the 1 in 22 odds of you winning and I bet a lot of money on it. And now people are just clamoring in yes, no, every direction. And as that clamoring begins to slightly die down, you hear Thoroughday kind of like look over. And now, the moment we have been waiting for past our exhibitions. You all know our champion. She is over 7 feet tall, weighing far more than I can count amounts of muscle. She is born of fire and she kills with fire. And we all know her record. 50 wins, no losses. Coming in once again from the Fine Day Boardwalk, the Pillar of the Hills, Nedra! And the doors open, the crowd erupts in just, let's fucking go. You see this, they have merch for Nedra. They start like holding up, they have banners and stuff like ready. And as that opens up, let me swap the maps over.
Do I need to switch a map?
Yes.
1 second.
Give me one moment. I'm just doing a dumb thing. There we go.
Oh, this is so cool.
All right. You see this lumbering woman walk out. She's about like 7'2", maybe taller from where you're standing.
Mhm.
Like, you just met Eglith. About the same size, easily. And broad-shouldered, roided muscles.
This is wild because I imagine my character's usually used to being the tallest elf in the room because most elves were not as tall as me. I'm kind of a special.
Yeah.
Huh.
You see she walks out, roided out muscles, wild hair kind of just like going along her sides, like proper, like just deep red skin, no markings of wounds, really a little bit of like, some scratches here or there, but seems more from like rough housing rather than actually getting hurt. She has like this patchwork, like half plate kind of like armor on her, like over one of her shoulders, and the rest is very like just simplistic and like these like armbands, like just like bandaged like armbands kind of tied across her forearms. And she walks out just like heavily breathing, looking at everyone, looks at you across like the room, across the arena. Underneath, like you see one eye kind of peeking out from like her wild hair, this big grin. And she just goes, "Hi!" Are you the one who's gonna play today?
Yes, I am.
Oh, you look strong. I'm excited. I'm excited. All right. Great. I really hope nothing bad happens to you too quickly. The last one didn't last very long. And at that point, I need two rolls from you. Firstly,
All right.
I need initiative.
I got you.
Secondly, I need insight.
Yeah, what's up with her? I don't trust it.
My initiative is 7. My insight,
All right, initiative is
Nope.
7.
natural 1 for a total of 4.
All right. Natural 1, you just feel a strong breath of fear run across you when she says they didn't last very long. You're like, what the fuck? And it just fully throws you off. Like, doesn't do anything like bad, but just what the fuck?
Dice are telling a story.
Indeed.
I feel like this character was supposed to be sympathetic, but the dice are like, nope, you BC be the ruthless monster and take her out.
Uh-huh. Yes, take her out.
I mean, if the dice wanted her to be my friend, it would have given me a natural 20.
Of course.
I see the look on Hannah's face, like, no, but they had a nice tone. Dice, why did you betray us?
At which point
Tavana, you're the best.
you see Thoroughday just go, "And now fight!" And it is Netrusted. So by the way, for reference, this like big dark circle in the middle, that is the big tar
Tar
pit.
pit.
Yeah. So she is gonna 5, 10, 15, 20, 20. Yeah, she's just gonna whoop, close the distance. And she has not drawn her axe yet. She was just excited to hear the bell go off. She just runs in and is gonna deck you in the face.
All right, I'm just gonna do my best to like lift up my shields.
Yeah.
My AC is 17.
She's hitting.
Ooh.
You see, she just runs in laughing, like, and just fully, like, just clobbers on, like, with her full weight. That hits you for 5 damage. And then she'll go for one more punch.
Uh-oh. That's weird.
That's a crit.
Excuse me? And I cannot go in there.
8 damage.
8.
Okay, this is doable.
That is her turn.
Having seen that, Hector, for your first turn, have your first bardic inspiration.
All right. I stop. I look at her like as she like hits me once, hits me again, like smashing through each time, and then I whip back and I say, and I whisper, "How about you back off?" I cast Dissonant Whispers on her. Make a wisdom saving throw.
She doesn't have that. Oh, but she rolled well. Hold on. What's in?
Tam,
Yeah.
as just a question, that bardic inspiration, would you allow that to be cutting words instead?
I will.
Yeah.
What do you yell?
I will yell, your horns are twisted.
All right. Roll your thing.
Which is just a d6, isn't it? So let's roll that. Oh, it rolled 3d6 for some reason. Oh no, that's Ulysses.
No, that's me.
It's a -2 to the saving throw.
-2 with hers. That is a 14 then with the -2.
14. She needed to get now she got it, but she still takes not 11, but like 5 or 6, depending on psychic damage.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh no, I rolled an 11, and then half is that's what the 3d6 were, because when you cast a spell, it rolls the damage for you.
I see.
Yeah. If you look in that.
Yeah. So 5 damage. Cool.
Yes.
Cool. You say that she gets distracted and you like speak your dissonant whispers and she's like gets clouded for a second, like stop. And that's it. Any bonus actions?
Hold on, I'm looking really quick. Actions. There we go. Gosh, bonus action. No.
All right. On her turn, she did not like you trying to get in her head, so out of anger, she's gonna grab you with both hands and suplex you back.
Okay.
Roll me an athletics against hers.
Okay. Oh, you said athletics?
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and use my advantage from one of the inspirations you gave me.
Yeah, go for it.
Oh, 23.
I'm gonna let you know. She has a very good athletics, but she rolled less than that.
Question.
So you see, yes.
It's my turn.
No, it's her turn.
So she grabbed me, tried to suplex me. I'm assuming she tried to do it into the pit.
Yeah, but it is still her turn. Like her turn isn't over.
Her turn?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, go ahead.
She tries to suplex you, and you just hold your ground. She's like, come on, no. And she gets frustrated and tries to headbutt you. Misses. She goes for the headbutt, just she like baps her head back. It's just
right.
That's your turn.
That's my turn. Okay, so I'm gonna use the fact that she tried to suplex me.
Yeah.
Spin it around and throw her into the tar pit.
All right. Roll me. That would again be grapple, so contest athletics.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh no, I got a 10.
She got a 25.
Okay. All right, she's really good at this.
All right. Yeah, you try to push and she holds her ground this time.
Yep.
That is your action to do that, and that's your turn. On her turn, what is she gonna do? Yeah, I think the stalemate is starting to annoy her, and she's gonna pull up her great axe. Just like, fine, I guess we're done with our warm up then. And she just like reaches back and just tries to like bring an overhead. She's trying to pancake you. It's the flat end of the axe that she's just bringing down. Okay, that's not a good roll. Let me just check her mod real quick. Oh, she misses.
She misses.
Yeah, her mod isn't very good.
So she misses. And
You want to take a
it's,
swipe?
yeah, it's at that point, Ubisi's going to, Ubisi's trying to think strategically because he's
Yeah.
like, this woman is bigger than me. She's not, I don't think I'm going to take her down with hit points. So Ubisi is going to, rear back the longsword. He's keeping his shield up. He rears back the longsword and is and instead of like attacking her, just goes full force with a shove with his shield to smash her into the tar pit. Like I'm doing a full like body check
Yeah.
to try and like collide and shove her back 5 feet so she falls into the pit.
For sure. For this, what we'll do is make it a roll to hit.
A roll
Since
to
you're
hit?
still, yeah. So like make a roll to hit, and
Yeah,
if
'cause
you break her
yeah.
AC, she will then do a save essentially.
Okay.
Have that second bardic inspiration now, Hector, because this could be clutch.
Yeah. Do you want me to use an unarmed strike for this?
Or your weapon attack. I'll allow either.
My weapon attack? Okay. I just wanted
Yeah.
to double check with you to make sure it was fair.
Sure.
I'm going to use my second inspiration that I had on this. And then I will also be using the bardic inspiration on this die. So there's the flat roll. This is my bardic inspiration roll, which I'm going to add to it no matter what it is, because I'm playing high. 22.
22 would hit. So I'll also allow you to add your weapon damage. So add your damage and then push her.
Okay. The total of 4 bludgeoning.
4 bludgeoning. All right. Yeah, you just like block her out and just smash her back 5 feet. She falls backwards, and you see like she's like gets like trudged up a little in the tar pit. Doesn't like sink or anything. It doesn't feel like it's just going like a hole. Like she did run over it earlier, but like you see immediately she gets like drudged up, and I'll actually say because of the tar, she would also prone. Yeah. So that's your reaction to do that, I believe. So it's your turn.
Oh, yeah. Let's see here. My turn is to... Oh, wow. That was my reaction?
Yeah.
Holy moly. Okay. So I am... Okay. Let me look at my sheets. I thought she was going to attack me again.
You gummed her up in tar. She can't.
Yeah, oh, I did gum her up in tar. So things are going to get interesting. So she's in the tar. And I want to see if you'll let me like rule. No, screw this. He's just going to like get position and just sort of like leap into the air and just like slam the sword on her head and then move back.
All right. So first roll to hit with advantage.
Okay.
Since she's prone. So move up.
Come on, character sheet. Show me the right thing. Roll to hit with advantage. Cool.
Yep.
Natural 20.
Roll damage.
Let's go.
So Your natural 20 rules. Let's remind whoever's watching.
Roll, yes, roll damage, add your modifier, double the total.
Gotcha. No worries. So it would be a D8 plus 1 for this. So I'm gonna roll just a D8 because D&D Beyond auto doubles it.
Yeah.
Not using your house rules, which I want to use. So I got to max the damage.
Oh, and also it's a +2, I believe, not a +1.
Yeah, so it's 10.
So 10 doubles, so 20 damage. Jeez. You just come running up, slam down into her. She's like belches out in pain as you try to run back.
Yeah, I do try to run back.
She will try to take an opportunity attack on you with disadvantage.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Good news, I did not crit because of disadvantage. Bad news, I'm still hitting. This is with the great axe. So,
no.
very low roll, 7 damage. That's nearly minimum damage.
That's the minimum?
Nearly.
Oh my God.
It is her turn. She will, as a bonus action, rage. She just looks up at you, tearing away from the tower, and just, you're fun. I'm starting to have fun. And she just screams out as she erupts in fire, as all of you watching see a pillar of flame shoot out up towards the ceiling of this giant ass pyramid above you. The rest of the top it lights ablaze. And it's just a tornado of fire in front of you, Yabisi, and through the flickers of flame, you just see her standing there grinning at you. And she is then gonna, oh, well, first of all, let me make the necessary adjustments to the map. Where is it? Oh, there you are, my old friend. Haha. Hold on. And then we just go here to token options. Token adjustments. There we go. Yeah, there we go. And she's gonna run out, grab you with one hand. So, athletics. She has advantage now. She's raging.
Come on. Yes, 22.
Okay. She isn't able to chuck you into the burning pit. But as you kind of like hold on, you see she is straight up on fire as you just take 2 fire damage from being next to her. And with the other free hand, she'll just bring the axe down on you instead for her second attack. That's a crit.
10! Stop!
That's it.
And while she's raging, it's rough. So hold on.
Yeah, she got me. I got 12 hit points left. There's no way.
Hold on. Okay, so the hit itself is doing 28 damage.
I'm dropped.
In this moment, Yabisi, I'm gonna need a charisma roll from you, like a flat charisma check. 14. All right, Yabisi, roll me a D100.
Huh? Don't trust this.
Just a second. /R 1D100. 57.
All right. So you see, she grabs you, smacks into you as like it cuts into Yabisi. Yabisi would obviously be feeling himself blacking out. The rest of you are seeing this happen kind of simultaneously for all of you. It feels kind of weird. Like for a moment, you all feel like, you have like goosebumps, but like it's not from the fight or the exhilaration of that. It's almost like all of you feel like this second sense, kind of like just at the back of your mind, kind of alert you. And everyone instinctively would go for, something. Like, for example, like Devana would immediately probably clutch their medallion, or how Sprout would probably just look at their holy symbol or something. And uh, even and yeah, even Estrogen would have had something. But Sapphire, you would feel your fingertips feel like almost like tingly, like you're you're a sorcerer. You can understand that you feel magic quite often. You feel a very powerful aura of magic all around you, to the point where it's like numbing your senses. And Jasper, you have a vantage point. You look and you see like the sand around the arena is shifting quite a bit unnaturally, like by wind that isn't there almost. And as you're blacking out, UBC, you for a moment just hear on this whispered wind near the sand. Do you want to win? Do you want to bring the real storm? Or do you want to be done in by this in what, seconds?
Can I make an insight check
Sure, what are you trying to
on this
insight?
voice?
Yeah.
15.
All right. What are you trying to insight?
I'm trying to figure out how much of myself I'm going to have to give up. Because this sounds like a bargain.
From what it sounds like, a bit. Like, you get the feeling it's not like give up a piece of yourself, really. It's more about, at least the way the voice is inclining towards, is change a piece of yourself, maybe. Get a little gift.
I think that there'll be like a montage of flashbacks that go through UBC's mind that goes all the way back to like when he was very upset to everyone in the party, to the point where he apologized to Devana. And at this point, I think UBC is just going to say, no, I don't think I want to win that bad. I want to make sure everyone here is safe. And if that means falling in the sand right now to my humiliation, then I'm willing to make that sacrifice. And then UBC just takes a deep breath and allows himself to collapse onto the ground peaceably.
As you make that decision, first the voice kind of almost like grimaces disappointedly, almost, where the voice is just being like, guess you're going to be falling in a lot more sand in the future then. And as it's saying that and you're like beginning to fall, you feel something hold you up instead. Oh, I don't think he'll fall just yet. Away with you. And you feel a very warm touch of a hand right beneath your back. And you just hear, you don't need gifts to win a fight. You already have all the tools in your own hands and legs. your own mind making those calls for you. And sure, sometimes we all need a helping hand. And you immediately get 20 health. And you feel this warm radiance from the hand kind of spreads across your back, closing up your wound. And as that happens, you feel like a parting whisper from that same voice just being like, and even if you don't win now, it's fine. I hope you like my song. And the voice just goes away, and you feel your hands pulsating with like this greenish white and golden light that flows into your weapons.
Ooh.
For this fight, you can Divine Smite firstly.
Oh.
Secondly, there is a small mark of a lyre on the back of your hand. You can take your turn. As
Okay.
Nedra just looks at you like, you're still up? Great!
It's at this point where I feel like Yabisi starts getting a little bit reckless. And in a moment of flair and drama at the top of the initiative, he kind of smiles with like a wild, like almost feral look on his face. And in one fluid movement, tosses aside his shield like Captain America style.
Yeah.
And breaks out Stormbreaker, and has Stormbreaker and the longsword 2 and 2 all in one fluid movement, and then he leaps in, slamming down on one arc with the longsword for the first attack.
All right.
All right, that is an 11 with the longsword, but then he's going to use his bonus action to immediately, like as he misses, spin and then attempt to stab the short sword into her throat.
I believe you can't do that with a longsword without a feat.
No,
but
the short sword is the offhand.
Yeah. You know what? I'll say I'll allow it here. Yeah. I'll allow it. Yeah.
No, longsword's for the regular attack.
Oh,
the short
no,
sword is
I
for
know.
the second attack.
Dual wield. The way dual wielding works is both the weapons need to have the light property usually, unless you have the dual wield of feat.
Oh,
but
okay. So instead of doing that, my character is going to toss the shield, and then instead of taking Stormbreaker out, is going to immediately go to two-handed, leap into the air, and with both hands slam down in one arc of energy for his attack.
All right. Roll the hit.
And then I'll still miss. And then I'm going to use Action Surge.
Yep.
My one use of Action Surge to attack again. All right, that is a 17. Does a 17 hit?
Just hits.
17 just hits. Excellent. When I hit, I'm going to go ahead and burn one of my first level spell slots for Smite.
All right.
And I said that I was using it two-handed.
So D10. And by the way, for her, you will add an extra D8 on your smite.
Oh.
This is a tiefling.
All right, 7 base damage. And then I will just go ahead and roll 3d8 radiant.
Oh, her rage is not going to cut that radiant at all.
No. for a total of 14 damage. As my character is like, boom,
With a
slams down in one
thunderous
fiery
sound.
arc.
Yeah. It lands in with a thunderous sound. It slashes into her. She is not down, but you see she falls onto a knee first. And you see she has to take, like, a bit of a grin kind of died. She still seems to be enjoying herself, but she looks tired from that. And like she falls onto one knee, looks up at you. That does disarm her as she falls down, by the way, because
Yeah.
she's in the top pit. And she's gonna come up with an uppercut just covered in flame.
May I
Uh,
use my bonus action?
yes, you may.
Bonus action as she's coming in for the uppercut. I'm just going to. Oh no, never mind. I have 20. Never mind. I'm just going to take the uppercut. Like
She'll make it
there's
a
no-
reckless to make sure she hits. That's hitting. So that's 2 fire damage and 6 bludgeoning damage. And as she like punches you back, she will then try to grab you by the head and just pull you into like this embrace in this pillar of fire. Athletics. Oh.
22.
Oh, she rolled garbage. I rolled a 2 and a 3 on the dice. She
Yeah,
fails.
Yeah.
She is unable to do so. She's still trying to like hold on to the grapple, but it is your turn.
I am going to like she looks tired. I take another deep breath and I'm trying to do like a Conan the Barbarian style, like pow, like knock, and I'm trying to hit her center mass. So I knock her back into the fire. She's probably immune to it, but like
Yeah,
I'm trying to
go
like
for it. Roll to hit. I'll do a strength save.
Come on. No! I only got a 13.
That doesn't do it. You go for like that push, and you see she just through the flame, a hand comes out and just grabs your sword. And she is then gonna she is then just gonna lean into you and just with all of her weight just shoulder tackle into you.
Yeah.
That hits. Oh boy. You all watching just see Yabisi go flying. As the shoulder check comes in, Yabisi, you fly across and slam into this wall here. Dust and debris falls on you. You take 9 damage.
I am still up.
Oh, she's gonna come charging in, and she's gonna come in with a drop kick.
Post.
You've just pretended to be down.
Boom, down. She comes up, and then as she comes in for the drop kick, I'm gonna come in and slice her leg using that one riposte from the prickly pear. I just hope that I get it. Because this is it. This is my Hail Mary. 23.
Roll damage.
11.
All right. So what you guys see is this shoulder check happens. Your VC goes flying and crashes into the wall. Dust kicks up all over the arena, and just out of the pillar of fire, this raging behemoth of fire runs up and goes into a drop kick, which looks like a missile essentially. And from the dust coming out, you just see a pair of hands bringing a sword up and just slice back into her. As you see, it slices into her, fully killing her momentum. She stops, falls down, stands back up, looks at you like, you're strong. You're very strong. That's a lot of fun. and just falls face forward unconscious as you see the fire dies out all around you, and she just falls over, and you
Let's
see
fucking go.
you
Yeah.
start to stand up, and whatever was kind of powering your hands also like dissipates, and Yabisi also just falls flat next to her.
Can I
However-
run immediately to the thing?
No, you cannot.
1100 gold. Let's fucking go.
As you see Faraday just standing there like, okay, right. And he just walks away. And as the crowd erupts, you see them just burning and tearing up like betting tickets that are worth nothing now. You see after a few seconds, a couple healers come in and pick you both up. You're both healed to full. Not like a long rest, just healed to full. But you see, as you like stood up, people are cheering and clamoring and everything. You see, Nedra's kind of being more taken care of right now. But you are escorted to the champions room,
What?
and the rest of you also like you see like the crowds are beginning to dissipate. People are just like, "What the fuck?" Erglet's like, "He's strong," and like just Tristan seems to be writing a ballad in the side on the side there. Like he seems to have found all of the material he needs right now. You see, as you guys also been dispersed out, Ziaka kind of like looks kind of almost like re-energized. Like, all right, that is done. We can begin soon now. And also, let me kill the flame. That's gone. You are led outside, and you're led to the champions room. Now, as you enter the champions room, you can immediately see it's like the green room, but even more like auspicious. You see it's like this like long room with like couches, rugs, a nice little fireplace. What you see are just clearly trophies from past contestants. Like there's just someone's arm, a few pelts and stuff like that, just like set up all over the wall. All these beautiful weapons. There's just a straight up pile of gold in the corner. You see all of this like beautifully appointed stuff is there, and you're kind of like left there for like a few seconds, immediately after which you hear the door like slam open behind you and then immediately slam close as you see Nedra walks in, gets like real close to you.
Hi. That was
so much fun. You're so strong.
I actually put my I'm starting to realize that maybe I misread this woman.
At this point, you roll me an insight with advantage.
Yeah, I might have misread this woman. I might not be fighting I mean, what is going on here? This is weird. Oh gosh, 22.
Okay, something dawns on you which you did not consider in your anger earlier, which is very fair because this is a very deceptive appearance. This seems to be a child.
Netra, how old are you?
How old am I? Oh, that's a weird question.
Yeah, how many summers have you been champion? My new friend.
I don't really count summers, but if you're asking me how old I am, I'm like 12 and a half.
Where are your parents?
What?
Where are your parents, Nedra?
Oh, but I don't.
Nedra, I'm 10 times your age.
You mean the people who raise you?
Yes.
Oh well, that lots of people have raised me all the time.
Oh,
right now I'm with Mr. Tavaday because that's where Mr. Nyates told me to be, and that's because Miss Zaslamel told him.
That was a lot of names and none of them were father, mother, brother, or sister.
I don't think they are, no, but they I mean, Mr. Zazelman raised me, and then she left me with Mr. Nyatt, and then
Hold
he
on a
told
second.
me,
And then he pulls out his little bardic notebook and he writes down those 3 names really quickly because he knows Jasper's going to care later.
and you see, she just goes, but I mean, for the most part, I've just been I've been in the arena. I'm the champion. It's what I did. I get
Okay.
to play with all kinds of people like you, and I mean, I've never lost before. That was great. And
Yeah, no, I hear you. Let's sit down and celebrate a good fight. And you tell me more about your time here before, there's still plenty of time before my friends and I go down under the carnival and make sure that everyone's
I
safe.
mean, what do you want to know? I mean, my time has been like this. Lots of interesting people come, they play with me, and then they leave. And I get to play with all of them, and Mr. Thirday takes care of me then.
Okay. So I'm gonna sit, just for like levity's sake. My character's gonna sit and like talk to Medra at least like maybe 30 minutes, an hour, however, just to kind of while set up to, because I know it's gonna take time to kind of clear everybody out, deal with the bets, so that the priestess and stuff, and I'm waiting on my friends to kind of be led to me. But I really want to talk to Medra. I want to find out how a 12-year-old got here. I'm not even concerned about being big because my character also was like, why is our 10-year-old like 5 feet tall?
Yeah,
right.
Now,
that was like something that like my parents
I will say, on a 22 though, you do gather one thing. Like, yes, you've dealt with something similar. In her case, it seems odd because, firstly, tieflings are not usually this big. Period.
No.
Not even like burly, full-grown tieflings, and this is a child. Secondly, tieflings tend to not be this dark red and giant horned either, which I think I forgot to mention initially, which feels weird as well. Secondly, whenever you would ask her about more of a past, it is a kid to the point where like she is confused enough that she can't give you a lot of the straight answers you're looking for. But you do see after a while she goes, but I mean that's all fine. I'll figure those things out when I leave. I mean, you're the champion now, so I get to leave. You're here now, right?
Oh no, I'm just stopping by to adventure.
But no, you beat me, so you're the champion, and that means you stay in the pit.
No.
That's what Mr. Thirday said. It's what he said my contract was.
I didn't sign a contract.
Guts to your BC last episode signing something without reading it.
No.
Well, Medra. Do you want to go on an adventure?
Like what?
And it's at that point when she says that, the scene goes from me bonding with the 12-year-old to me and the 12-year-old stealing everything valuable in here and escaping, and me explaining to Medra that she's been kidnapped by a bad man.
Now,
I would like to make a persuasion check to turn Medra against this man.
All right.
And reveal to her that she's been a slave this entire time.
That's going to be a very tough persuasion, so roll me with disadvantage. This, you're basically telling her whole life is a lie, and the person who raised her is a liar.
Where's my persuasion? There it is. Oh, I'm kind of good at this, but not really.
Okay. Damn,
I didn't get it.
You started convincing. She's just like, no, Mr. Third is really nice, and like basically while you're trying to convince her, after a while there is a knock on your door, and you see it guard like peeks his head, and he's like, right, the boss is ready to see you about the whole thing with the pit. He said,
Of course he is. And then I'm Midra, when you hit the road, find a girl named Ivana. She has white hair. She's a half-orc. She can help you pack your things and get you ready for a life on the road.
Oh, I mean,
And then I go with the
goodbye
guard.
to Mr. Faraday. You see, she comes with you. She's like, I'll also say goodbye to Mr. Faraday then. And like, she kind of walks with you. And you guys, as you leave, are also met with a couple guards, and they look also dejected because they lost a lot of money today. But they also tell you that, oh, your champion is going to be with Mr. Faraday. Let's just go meet him and everything. And you are all led like so past that betting hall on the upper floor. There's like this like inner corridor, and you are led down that corridor all the way to the end, where upon entering you just see there's this like modestly appointed like office. There's a few filing cabinets, there's a little like desk set up here, and what like a little bit of like light kind of pouring in, and there's just Faraday is like sitting here seemingly very stressed, like, oh god, how am I gonna like do all this paperwork kind of a like look. But the second you guys walk in, you also see that your BC also walks in kind of from the other side, but at the same time. And immediately he just drops everything. He's like, hello, champion! Boy, you guys weren't kidding that you were going to change how things are going to work around here. Well, guess I ate my words. And of course,
Do we see Yabisi
before I
now?
forget,
Are we
yes.
together now?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yabisi
think
is it.
Savannah up and seeing the BC, it goes up to him and just hugs him and just goes like,
Yeah,
"You
yeah.
okay?
Not really.
Okay."
Dan,
Yes.
really quick before anything else, when we were walking past the ticket thing, I would
Yes.
have liked to stop and collected the winnings for everyone.
Yes, for sure.
Just for
Whoever
like our
bet
entire
on
party. Yeah. So
Oh, if Jasper had known that you were you had all put bets on, he would have been saying, "Get your bets before the bookies decide to go home."
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Exactly, just because it's
Smart.
shit shit might go down later. So
Yeah.
just like we have the
Yeah.
money. I have 1100 fucking gold, bro, at level 3.
You also notice Eglith picking up what looks like 2 cartoon money bags and putting them over his shoulder.
Let's
He's just
go.
like, oh, I gave them rocks, they gave me more rocks.
Oh,
He seems to
sorry.
have no use for it, but he just has them.
He just has it.
I think Sprout would have probably forgotten collecting the bets, and at the moment, since now like Yabisi's in the room, you know how a child would sometimes latch onto the leg of a parent? That's Sprout at the moment. He's latched on there. He's not.
Yabisi,
And,
like I said, Yabisi is saying not exactly. And he's looking
as
at
you say that, Thoraday's standing up, and he's like, "Oh, before I forget, before anything, of course, man of my word, and all that." He reaches down, walks up, and hands you the champion's purse, which is 10,000 gold.
Mother.
Well,
He just
okay.
hands it to you.
We might be
A
able
lot
to
more of
finish our
that
house.
soon enough, my good sir. We're gonna make a lot of money together.
I just
What?
realized Nedra she won 50 matches. How much money has she made?
No, becoming the champion gives you the champion's purse. She did not get 10k for
Oh.
every
Is Nedra
win.
in a room
Oh.
right
Oh.
now as
He
well?
just gets access
Nedra
to
is with
10K.
you.
Nedra is in a room. Can I also look her over, just getting her vibe? Can I get a vibe check?
I'm gonna do this
You
in
get it quickly.
character
Yeah.
Yeah.
while the Tabaxi's distracted, and I'm literally gonna do this. I'm gonna look at Devana while Medra's not, and I'm just gonna say,
Okay.
and
I think,
I'm just gonna let Devana do
yeah,
what Devana
I think
does.
Devana would go over to Nedra and just be like, he's like, "Hi,
Hey.
Nedra, right?
Mm-hmm.
My name's Devana. Do you know this place very well?
Uh-huh.
Do you mind showing
I've
me
been there for a
around?
while.
Is that okay?
I mean, sure. I just have to get some things from Mr. Faraday, then I will.
Oh yeah, I think that I looked over at Mr. Like, is it? Can I go for a walk with her?
You see, he turns immediately. He's explaining. He's like, "Oh no! Wait! We do have some level of official things to take care of course. A lot's happened."
So she
Yes.
was explaining to me
Mm-hmm.
that because I won, I have to stay with the pit.
Ah, she got you up to speed. Good. Of course. I mean, you signed the thing. That's the whole point of fighting the champion.
And what if I say no?
Well, there is a contract breach, and in that case, guess I'll ask Nedra to stay here and see if she still wants to keep fighting.
So let me get this straight. And he steps forward. We came here to help this woman, this religious figure, make sure you and your business and your customers are safe from whatever potential dangerous relics might be underneath this arena.
Uh-huh.
And then when we try to handle it your way, through contracts and deals and money and bets and all of that, your response is to use my indignation and anger at this process, this immoral process,
Roll me an
to
intimidation.
trick me. Yeah, I'm gonna roll intimidation.
Just to
I would
see,
like to
does
help
he
with
piss
that.
himself? How do you help?
I'm gonna step forward and bare my teeth, and you can see and from like the back of like my mouth is open, the back of my throat, you can see what I'm a silver dragonborn. Right? You can see like a breath of cool air wash over, and like freezing cold air. Like
Yep.
you can feel it on his face.
Advantage, sure.
Okay, I will roll again.
I want
'Cause
to
I only rolled
guide
once.
him, if that's okay. Can I
Oh.
get guidance as well? So
Oh,
1d4.
The player creep is so real.
No, I only got 7. I think Yabisi's just tired, guys, and the dice don't like me
I'm gonna-
You have
today.
advantage.
You have a D4 though. Like
Yeah,
I
you can add to
rolled
that
3,
13.
and if I got a max, it would turn it. It would
17. I mean,
Wait, a what? No.
Yeah, your
I
first roll was a 13,
rolled,
right?
a 13. Sorry.
oh,
There you go.
4
17.
plus 7. It's 12. My first one is still higher.
Yeah, so exactly. So 17.
Oh, duh. I forgot that D4 will also count towards whichever one's higher. Yes, I got a 17.
You see, kind of like, takes a step back from that. Listen. As I've leveled with you all before, I work for a very specific individual, and that individual has placed a few rules on me. And the rules were designed so that she stays here. Now, officially speaking, I can let her go if there is always a champion in the pit, because that is the wording of the pit. But I would really just rather she stay here.
You know that
Can I
she's
slowly
12?
take her hand and while they're talking, back out of the room?
Well,
I, and then I would like to.
Oh, yeah. Yabisi's mad. Jasper, please, do something. Stop Yabisi. Oh, never mind. That's fine. I see what you're doing.
Up to you guys. So first roll me the stealth, Nirvana, then we'll see what Jasper's doing.
I'm gonna go.
I understand the motion very well.
$15?
15. You slowly start to slink back and away. You aren't like out of the room yet, but you've like kind of left the foreground. And you, as you're saying that, Yabisi as well, you see Third is just like, listen, I know how old she is. I helped raise her. Okay. And the other person who was involved in that process would, if he were here, he would remind you that it is imperative she stay here, out of sight, out of mind. Okay? It's for,
Okay,
for safety more than anything else.
Firstly, Jasper will step forward. Now, obviously, I don't want my friend here to be your champion, but I may have a solution for that. Are the NPCs with us at the moment?
Yes, they are.
And I will look at Edleth and go, now I know a man who loves a fight. And I will look at Edleth and go, how would you fancy a job?
I don't really fancy jobs. Well, what I fancy is actually a kind of woman, but anyway, beyond that, no, I'd say I like moving around. I like having my freedom to go where I want, so...
That's right. It was just an idea because Mr. Thoroday was looking for a new champion and all the riches that go with it, and I wasn't sure whether you wanted to volunteer.
I don't know why people keep calling me rich. I don't know what that means.
That's fair enough. Well, we'll shelve that for now. Mr. Thoroday, who was it who instigated this arrangement with Nedra and yourself?
I'll say on that prior intimidation, he'll just be like, I don't know if you know, but there is a man by the name of Lord Nyath who is the founder of the Fine Day Boardwalk. And he is a very powerful man, and he is also a man you do not want to make angry.
Does the name mean anything to me? Have I heard it before?
I haven't heard it either.
I'll say because of where Yabisi's from and because of Jasper's background, both of you can roll me history with advantage.
Am I making out of the room yet?
I will say on a 15 at this point, you have stepped out of the room, and immediately as you step out, you see there are two guards outside.
Can I?
First roll was bad.
This is going to go so bad.
Second roll was good.
Can I offer to help with the distraction for Devana to get away?
Sure. What are you trying to do first is what is the thing for Devana. Like once the guards spot you, they're like, well.
I'm going to act innocent and cute and distract them.
Roll me performance. And on a 25, Jasper, you recall the name Lord Nyath is one you've probably heard a couple of times from your time in the West. That is the name of a pirate lord. And you would also know that is another older pirate lord who was part of the Grand Design.
Right.
What do I have if I have a 19?
You would know the same thing, essentially. And I'll say both of you on that roll would also just know that he's very well connected and rich, even by Pirate Lord standards. But yeah. What did you get?
Performance enough. I rolled like with my dice in real life.
What you get?
I got a 23.
All right. With a 23, you just kind of show up, start like distracting them. They're like, what the fuck? And like they just look down at you, not sure what you even are. And as that's happening,
you just see this little plant buddy that's kind of like has taken a liking to their swords and is kind of like tapping on it, trying to figure out what it is. So yeah,
they're just trying to protect the sword from you.
Yeah, Sprout is playing the part, you know, the kind of like wobbling around, and waiting for Devana to get out.
Yeah, at which opening, Devana, you can just wander out
I am
in
going
that
to
moment.
take Nether with me out of the
Yeah.
room. Yes, and I'm going to once we get out and once we get around the corner, go to Nether like, can you show me your favorite places? And just like, but walk really fast. And I'm
He
going to, while
grins.
walking around, I'm going to try if I can find Dagon.
She grins. She's taking you straight to the arena. Obviously, you said favorite places.
Oh, okay. Well, what is your favorite game in the hall?
I mean, not a lot of them let me fight or punch them, but there's a couple of okay ones. There's some very fun snacks down there, and like she starts taking you there.
Yes.
And and because you're trying to pick someone out in a crowd, this is an investigation, not a perception.
Okay, 1 second. Dirty 20.
All right.
Ooh.
You start looking around, hunting for Dagon. You spot a couple other familiar faces, funnily.
Who?
You see Onslow from the bar is hanging around here. You actually see, looking up, the big Nedra banner magically has been changed and it now says Yabisi. And there is a moment, like there's a picturized moment of Yabisi's face from the moment he won. So it's just a half days, like fully out of it Yabisi. And you also see Risp and Pliskin are here.
Yes,
They're playing carnival
we saw
games.
Those, yeah, we saw those as well, yeah.
You also see that goblin guy who was gambling. You see him
Yes.
again. You see off in the distance near one of the shops, you spot Dagon. And you start, like, he's kind of far, like you're like at the top of the stairs right now. It's like you have to go across the pyramid. So you start making your way through. At which point, what are you guys in the office doing? Because this is all happening very quickly and simultaneously.
I think Hector is gone for a bit.
I had to use the restroom. I'm back.
So Sapphire is
sorry.
basically
Let's
just
see.
watching this unfold.
Yeah.
And just doing their best to keep the attention on themselves and on UBC.
Yep.
That they don't notice that Devana is sneaking out.
For sure. That's easy enough to do. Yeah.
Yabisi is, here's that name. And it's just like, you know, when I was young, growing up, I used to tell all kinds of stories about him and his ilk. And I used to think that they were heroes. I used to think, as he like gets really close to this guy's face, that the pirate lords actually cared about people. But now I've seen that you're all immoral slavers of children and bargainers with devils. So this is what we're going to do. You are going to give us exactly what we want. You are going to let that little girl go, or I am going to report this illegal operation to the Imperials that are only 2 days' ride away. Do you understand me? Am I clear? And I'm going to make another intimidation check.
Yeah, please go for it with advantage.
Because here's the thing, guys. I didn't meet Rattles.
Yeah?
I didn't make it. And all of this is just evidence that the pirate lords are the bad guys.
And
like DC's like ready.
I think Jasper will kind of get between the two and go, my friend, calm yourself. I will talk to this gentleman. We will smooth this out, and Nedra will be coming with us. We'll have a civilized conversation without the emotion.
Your bosses are terrible people, Jasper. This is the end of the road.
He's fully tearing up, and you see he's just trying to like very gingerly like hold up a piece of paper, being
And then
like,
you
"You
basically just
signed it."
This is awful.
Does it look like a magical contract?
Huh? No,
Can
it
I
looks
burn
like.
it?
I mean, do you try to?
Like if he's just like really, really upset, like
And I was like, I agree, and I will have no part of this continuing.
Sapphire, I need to know in this moment, are you destroying the contract?
Not yet, but I'm thinking about it.
And you see, he's just like, okay, let's listen. You can just buy her contract out and then just do whatever the fuck you want with it.
people aren't property. What? Where are we?
It's an employment contract.
What has he done? What? How is a 12-year-old able, that even one that looks like an adult, able to be sold into servitude? Like, what is happening here? Who is this man? Why is he such a boy to
dangerous?
follow?
You don't understand. She can't be out there.
Yabisi.
A child. Just because.
I think it goes without saying that you would not accept the money that this man has just given you, right?
No, and he like
no part of
it on the table, and he's just like, I don't want your champion's purse. I don't want to be your champion. I do want my friends to get their bets because I did win, but this is not a good situation.
And Jasper's going to undo the bracer on his arm, and he will extend his hand to Mr. Thoroughday, and he will go, the girl comes with us. You take your money back. And if your lord has any problem, he can come to me to fix it.
I'm gonna need another intimidation with advantage. Now, this is an interesting one. You don't want to roll too high.
Okay.
Or too low.
Okay.
We don't want to roll too high. Oh.
I'm wondering if there is ever the
This
option
is
of
to
using
gauge
cutting
how
words on yourself.
No, there isn't. This is to gauge how actually intimidating you're being to the point of his panic.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine you crit. Right.
60.
Listen, you gave back the champion's purse. That's fine. His contract can be nullified just from that. But he'll kill me if I let her go. You don't understand.
He can take it up with me, or he can take it up with my mistress, and I will make very sure that he sees Zazalamel's mark on my wrist.
I'm going to do a history check to see, does he know the mark?
Oh. I hope so.
All right. You see, he doesn't look to recognize it, but you see, he just looks scared in general, and he's just like, right. He's just gonna get the fuck out of here then.
Well, we're gonna go down into the chamber, and then we're gonna get the fuck out of here. So, go on a break.
As
both of you are like up in this man's
I think
face.
Instead of going on a break, I'm just saying, I think he should come with us downstairs.
I mean,
two things, right? One, he will see what sort of dangers he subjected his entire fucking community to, and two, I don't want him to spread the word and have weapons drawn on us the minute we get out. So,
all right.
We've dealt with a lot of weirdly untrustworthy people this past week.
While both of you are in his face, Sprout and Sapphire, as you're observing this, roll me a perception check.
I want to perceive the shit out of this.
It's the spirit.
That's a 15.
All right.
I need to see what I'm adding to my perception. Okay, it's +3. 30, 20.
All right. With a 15, Sapphire, you clock with all the yelling and aggressiveness. You hear footsteps. You know there's more guards outside now. And they might be coming in to check what the fuck is happening. Secondly, on the unnatural 20, Sprout, you see Estrogen looks a little like out of it, like does not seem very involved in this conversation, looks very dazed and just like, seems to be just like muttering random words at like just the wall every now and then.
Yeah. Would Arcana help in this to know what's happening?
Yeah, Arcana would be the role.
Oh, come on. I've rolled good so far. That's a 20 on the die.
When all of you had felt that surge of magic happen, like it was basically something magical resonating with all of you. Now, obviously, like for your BC, and if your BC would have shared it by now, it would be like, oh, probably the interaction they were having, right?
Yeah.
But for such an interaction to even take place, like on a natural 20, you realize like that shit doesn't just happen anywhere. Places need to be somewhat attuned to magic in a way, almost, you know, like places need to be kind of like magical hotspots of a sort. Like, this is a temple, it makes sense why that kind of a thing was happening. But then you realize, remembering every other combat you've had, for example, Estrogen's magic is not like other people's. When that kind of resonance happens, what is she resonating with? Where is her mind going? And it seems whatever
No.
that surge momentarily was for you guys, it seems to be lasting longer. Almost. And she fully seems to be trying to talk to her patron.
Oh,
Oh no.
no.
So you clock that in the middle of this heated argument and guards behind you.
Yeah, Sprout is there's a sense of doom. There's like, oh fuck. That's not good. So Sprout is going to go to Sapphire and latched onto her leg instead, pulling like at the clothes, like it's bad. It's bad. Pay attention. Help.
Yeah.
Hey, you okay? Are you okay, Sprout?
Sprout is going to. They're not sure how to communicate this fast, so they're kind of trying to point like at Estrogen, then doing like a boom sign to express the surge. Then they're just kind of trying to imitate like different things. Like there's Estrogen. There was a boom.
Okay,
Something
okay.
is going on here. Not good.
Okay, yeah. Wait, I got this. I'm going to walk over to Estrogen, and then while walking away, turn around to the guy and tell your guards to stand down, just to make sure that's also taken care of. And then walk over to Estrogen and gently put a hand on her shoulder.
When you put
okay?
your hand on her shoulder, I need you to give me an intelligence saving throw.
Fuck.
Oh no! Oh no! What have I done?
It's a 16. Not bad.
You, for a moment, get that same like feeling like shooting through your hand of like that like magical resonance, and your vision goes blank for a second as you just hear a voice like, "Another visitor. What do you want with my friend?"
What? Who the fuck?
You're
Hi?
here too, child of divine.
I mean, I guess, yeah. What are you doing with my friend?
I am showing the truth.
This
Just
place,
leave her alone.
like many others, is old and has secrets the gods don't want you to know. I'm just helping them see. Would you like to witness?
Is it going to hurt?
The truth is never painless.
My vision is black, right? I can't see the others.
You are blacked out. Yeah.
So I'm guessing that Sprout is going to be outside and like kind of seeing the fact that Sprout just fuck. Okay, yeah. What do I have? Wait,
What
wait,
do you
wait, wait.
say, Sapphire, though, in that moment?
Two things. One, out loud, I'm going to say, "Hey guys, this is really fucking weird." And in my head, I guess I'm going to say, "Sure, show me what you got, baby girl."
All right. So you guys hear a
So,
yell.
by the way, just letting you know, as player, my intention is to go in and get estrogen out. That's what I'm trying to do.
I know
But I've
what you're
agreed to say yes. Yeah.
So you guys, in the middle of your argument, hear just Sapphire go like, "All right, tell your guys to stand down." 5 seconds of quiet, followed by just, "Guys, this is getting weird." Like just a yell. In those split seconds, however, Sapphire. Oh boy. Hold on. I didn't think you'd say yes, actually. Okay. So give me an intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throw.
Fuck.
Oh no.
Holy shit.
Uh,
Or unholy shit.
Intelligence
As we
18.
probably should be.
Wisdom 7. Fuck. And charisma 24.
What's your int?
7. No, int is 18. Wisdom is 7. And charisma is 24.
All right. But all right. You passed one.
Fuck.
And I cast
Oh, I am not
Sanctuary.
around.
Fuck.
No. This is
Oh.
within a split second of Sapphire going and touching Estrogen's shoulder. This happens. You okay? Now I need a 2d100.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Where are my rolls?
Where did I leave?
Let me just
It's a
adjust the
13 and a
light.
51.
13 and a 51. What is that? I see.
What does that mean?
Okay, let me look at the 51.
Fuck.
Oh no.
And what does that mean?
So it goes into what I had written, but the fact that you specifically rolled those two numbers is insane. Because if I don't even need to use my other bullshit table. If you use the table Estrogen has for the magic surge, the 13 and 51 are very specific things. If anyone wants, they can go check them out. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to read them out though. Let me just change the lighting. Okay.
What do you mean change the lighting?
I don't know what you're talking about. It's always been like this. So you
Wait. I also have a thing for this. I'm also going to do a thing. Wait.
Oh!
Nice.
You
Dark fire.
we're about
Sorry,
to
go
go
ahead.
into a long monologue. I apologize. All right. This is a cutscene. You immediately feel yourself falling into just light, bluish, purplish, and white light just splashing through your vision. You are a very old sorcerer, Sapphire, you don't need to roll to know what this immediate sensation is. This is the astral plane. However, you keep falling and you hear that same voice just being like,
The truth is, these gods, they are just fools and liars. They lie. They create whatever history they want. And then they take it, change it, and show it to all that live in this world. However, the ones who are part of this history are the ones who live in this world. Since thousands and thousands of years, they have changed and hidden the truth, obscuring it more and more, each time contorting the fabric of what is real and what is not. The world you see, the world you breathe and live in, it is not the world they made. It is not the true world. The true world is made of sin. Things that they themselves deem irredeemable for mortals, they commit every single day.
and your vision breaks apart as you see first what just looks like an enormous war zone where you see angels. What you can assume and what you would recognize are some gods just out in open plains fighting. Not big threats or a demon, but each other. They are locked away in this what seems to be an endless struggle. These people with like godly, like even the foot soldiers here have like deific power as they're just like blasting mountainsides apart, fighting each other, like rending the sky and the sun, bringing like hell and destruction down on each other. And like there's clearly pitted sides between these two gods. And you see first and foremost through all of that just countless millions of mortals just getting wiped and disintegrated in crossfire, like just trying to run for their lives at that point. Just it doesn't matter because one punch from one of these soldiers is blasting a mountain, like who knows how much damage it's doing. And Sapphire, you recognize this struggle. You specifically, you remember these skies. You remember the people here as you see looking up, countless metallic dragons fighting chromatic. You see a brilliant and beautiful platinum dragon fighting a 5-headed dragon. And you recognize many of those faces. And you recall that this is indeed the Millennium War. And you see just death and destruction as far as the eye can see. And eventually it like kind of fades away from that. And it cuts to this island side. Like a shore, like a big fucking shore where there's like a bunch of these like godly beings just standing there talking. You can't hear what they're talking about. But you see on the ground in front of them, there is like someone like bound and like chained. And you don't know what that thing is. It's tough to call it a person. It's humanoid-ish. But from your experience, you know that's more demonic than anything. Just weird, malformed face and everything. Just like looking up, like yelling something out, like just indignantly. Can't hear the yells. And you see these gods just ignoring that and just like basically like bitch slapping him aside, and then pushing their hand forward as a tear appears in space of just pitch blackness as they just push that creature in it and close it. You see different images where different thing is here. It's a different looking monstrous thing. Some of the same gods from the last like image are there. Some are new, some older, and they do the same thing. Open up the thing, chuck, close. And you see a couple of those go by very quickly in flashes. You see across time different struggles happening. You see people just suffering for it. And as the people suffer, you see an entire what looks like a gigantic kingdom, like walls upon walls, just with a pin drop from a god, just a godly divine smite heralding from the sky and just wiping that kingdom away. And first it shows people being horrified, but then it cuts to people just clamoring like they've forgotten about it. And in this moment, give me a perception check as a bunch of images flash at you to see how many details you pick up.
14.
14. You see through these flashes, firstly, this island. You see a bunch of elves standing on this island. And they don't look like the elves that you know. Like these look far like more like lithe and almost divine, like glowing skin, standing like proudly, holding like hands and casting what seems to be some kind of a spell around this big black obelisk. And your vision cuts across and you see multiple islands casting the same spell around a similar obelisk. And it immediately would cut to many of them just being dead from casting the spell, just splatters of blood everywhere, crystallized and gone. You look over at more of these images, and it's getting even harder and harder to tell what comes after and what comes before in this order of events. And you see what looks like, again, godly things, none that you can like compare to the other images. These look fully different gods, and they just very somberly and solemnly like nodding at each other, and these words like you kind of do like kind of catch like here or there, and it had to be done. There was no other way. It's already sundered. Now what we can do is trust in clockwork to take care of the rest. Should anything change, it'll repeat. But if it repeats, we'll be ready now. What's been done has been done. We need to be ready for what comes next. I don't know how many of us will even be here when that happens. Well, if we're not here, and like a different one says, well, if we're not here, it doesn't really matter if the world isn't here. And you see like a third god just like kind of bit slaps him like shut the fuck up. And you see this woman, like tall woman, long silver hair, blue and silver robes, just standing there. And she just tilts her head and goes, very sadly, she just goes, I will prepare how I can. But when the time comes, we might have to put our fate in those we leave behind. Should it come to that, perhaps you wouldn't treat them so harshly, sister. And you see this woman standing in like just like long black hair, kind of like creased around, holding up like these two jet black daggers at her side. She's just like, I'll trust in what I've always trusted. My instincts. When it comes to it, these can provide us soldiers, yes. But the army we face, these soldiers will be less than cattle to them. He's getting closer. I have to leave. And she just like disappears in like a veil of shadow. You see the silver-haired woman just shakes her head like, take care, would you? And she just turns into like a mote of like silver light and just disappears. And you see this one man, very very well appointed, like looking like clean shaven, like very beautiful long hair, kind of well built, wearing like these black and red robes. I will prepare whatever comes. Do not falter now, brother. Do not let your weakness show. The darkest times will be upon us soon. And he also leaves. And you see like this last standing individual just folding his arms. Again, he's a guy like mix of like blackish and blonde hair, kind of like streaking down. And he's just like, forgive me, all of you. We will all indeed do what we must to ensure this world endures. And it cuts away from that as well. And the next thing you see, what you've gathered from your allies, seems to be just the Onrush. Like just people fighting each other, dying, and running up to this one island with this obelisk and joining hands to perform a ritual to break their way in. And you see only a few of them come out the other side. And what you hear, however, is something that does not seem privy to them in that journey, which is, so they did it. I suppose we go again. Fine.
Do you see what I mean? These people have done this over and over again. No one knows why except them. Is it fair for them to hide things the way they do? You are born of one of them, are you not? Do you think it's fair how you are treated? Do you think it's fair what you've become? Do you think it's fair what I have become?
And as that last bit of words hit you, you feel this shunt hit your mind. And on the outside of this vision, like to all of you guys looking towards Sapphire and Estrogen, you just see this mote of like divine light kind of shoot out from Sapphire. And as it shoots out, it just shatters. And as that happens, you all see Estrogen's eyes go pitch black. And she just like looks up as this purplish energy kind of like suffuses within her chest and just like expels out. And you just see for a brief moment, just blink, 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 eyes appearing all over Estrogen. And all of them wildly looking around the room, looking at all of you. And from Estrogen's mouth, it's not moving, you just hear a disembodied voice come out of their mouth as you just hear,
It's been here all along, and because of their secrets, people did not know what to do with it, and thus they tampered, they broke, and now the truth under the rug shall reveal itself one way or another. This is the truth. I simply watch.
and this mote of light just shoots out, and for a moment, nothing. Stillness. the eyes all also just like while darting, they just freeze, looking at all of you. And cutting outside, Ivana, you're
Uh-huh.
making your way down these stairs. You spot Dagon, you're holding Nedra's hand, and
Uh-huh.
you just feel an earthquake.
Uh-oh.
And
Uh-huh.
you see everyone around you kind of just stops, like, what the fuck? And you immediately see Nedra lets go of your hand, like, very forcefully, and, like,
Mhm.
painfully just holds her head. And you see she's just like, wait, it's him again. Why am I hearing him again?
Wait,
And
wait,
she just
wait,
starts
wait,
yelling,
wait.
why are you here? It's
Can I Oh, sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Can I cast calm emotions on her?
You cast calm emotions, and as you cast calm emotions, you see she calms down. She's,
Okay.
it's him.
He's
He's
talk
back.
to me. What's he
I-
saying?
To come home.
Well, where is home,
And
sweetheart?
as you ask that, she's kind of like looks back towards like the arena,
Uh-huh.
and the earthquake gets violently loud, and
God.
all of you in the room also feel it in this moment. Third fully also just like drops to the ground, like what the fuck.
I would have
And-
also at the time signaled over to Dagon because I was walking towards him, like just sort of like come closer because I did want to try and get his attention.
You see him in the distance, you signal. I will roll to see if he spots you.
Yeah.
Okay, you see he kind of like looks over, sees you, and he's like, kind of gives you like a smile, like, okay, like, cool, on my way.
It's just like, did he not feel the earthquake?
He feels the earthquake, but he's like, okay, cool.
Oh god.
He's coming.
He's like, I survived the onrush.
Literally, by the way, yeah. But
Yeah.
this earthquake, that's
Uh-huh.
violent, and all of you hear the sizzling and like kind of like
Oh no.
almost like staticky sound, kind of like crackling across
Uh-huh.
all of the walls, the floor, the air, and with a boom, the entire arena explodes out.
Mm.
I fucking knew it.
From below, you see this pillar of just blackish light, like black, green, and purple light just shoots out straight up into the ceiling, shattering through the ceiling up into the sky. And everyone starts screaming and panicking. You see all of the magical lights go out. It is dark and dreary immediately. You see in that moment, like since Devana, you're outside. From that pillar of light, this one huge, just like non-formed shadow just shoots out and just starts like darting around violently as it's like throwing like bits of like black flame everywhere, just burning everything. And people start running, and you see like Dago's like, be right there. And people just start like running, and you just lose him in the swarm of people, like in your line of sight. And
Oh, fuck.
as that happens, you also clock this shadow just like starts like violently like flying around, and it starts flying straight towards Risk. And
oh, fuck.
you just like in the panic, like Risk looks up like, what the fuck? And you see the shadows heading straight towards him, and you just see like you hear like a loud like, what the fuck are you doing? Move! And like from Pliskin, who just like kicks him out of the way. And as he does, the shadow shoots into Pliskin. And you see he just like lurches back, looks over at Risk, just run! And you see his eyes go pitch black, his skin turns pale, and like just like these black veins appear all around him, and the shadowy wings painfully shoot out from his back, and he just flies up into the air. And as he does, a different voice comes out from his mouth. As below, so above, we shall reclaim. And you see from that torrent of light countless
monsters start running out. You see these vertical mouth little like demon thingies with a lot of eyes just start like running and like latching onto people, grabbing them, killing them. You see this weird black ichor begins to spread across, and as it like clambers onto some people, they just like painfully scream for a second, and then they just get up covered in this like malformed flesh, and they just start walking as part of a demonic horde. You see in the air these giant insectoid like flies, like giant flies just start like flying around into the sky. You see all these horrifying things as people begin to run, flee, panic. I need a deck save to see if you get swept up in the current.
Oh no.
That is not good. That's a 10.
10. Ivana, you just get like pushed and shoved immediately as like, Nedra sees that. She's like, oh, wait, what? And like tries to like grab your hand, and you both of you start getting pushed into the crowd. As this panic sets in, the rest of you are in the offices. I need a deck save from all of you for the explosion.
Yeah.
By the way, these seem fiendish and not undead, right? Considering they're
Clearly fiendish.
fuck.
Ugh.
Wish
These
they
are
were dead.
abyssal. Okay,
Any
Jasper, give
inspiration to
me
use? No.
All right. So that's not for damage per se, it's for where you get blasted. As all of you felt the earthquake, and before you could react, everything just went white from like an explosion. And we're gonna go now. This is gonna be a segment we have to do like this. We're gonna go one by one.
Okay.
Can we
So-
break? By the way.
Yeah, I was gonna say before we go one by one,
Okay,
wanna
okay.
take 5 or 10.
Okay.
Yes.
When do we want to? I wanted to ask, when did we want to wrap up today? Since we started late.
Wait, 1 second. I need to switch to the thing, right? I just click the thing, and then we'll go to break. Bye. We're back.
Yes, please. Let's yell at me.
we
Remind
are-
me. Hi!
We are
Mike and I
back.
are planning to have a couples fight later. It's going to be great.
Exactly. And also, we might be down to Steve, which is a very weird place to be right now for the rest of us, but we're powering through.
We are truly pantsless tables.
Yeah.
We've lost our sassy pants. Oh no. Anyway. So last we left our adventurers, big boom, chaos, panic everywhere. Everyone is divided. We're gonna cut one by one to different people. I'm gonna roll a thing. All right, we're gonna start with Sprout. Sprout, you wake up next to a crater. You see, like you're like on like a ledge almost, and right next to you, like about 10 feet away from you, is this pillar of light just rising up. And you see next to you also waking up is Tristan and Pike. And you see Tristan just waking up, looking around like, what happened? Are you okay?
Sprout is going to sit up, like wobbling a little bit, trying not to topple over. And he's going to make his way over to Tristan and Pike and check for any injuries.
They both look a little fucked up, like not very, just like, a little bit. Speaking of which, apologies. Everyone other than Divana took 10 damage.
Oh,
And that's because you
Okay.
were away enough. Like, there's a reason I asked for backups. Like, it was, like, if you were close enough, it was rough. But yeah. Anyway, Sprout.
You check them for injuries, they're a little hurt.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. Mm, 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 mm. Hmm. Damn it.
Hmm.
I had one, but which one was it? Wait.
What, your channel divinity?
Oh, because I there should be more people for me to use that. I wanted to see which one of these was. I don't remember. So this one is touch one creature. Okay, this one is a creature of your choice. Okay, so they're all for only one person.
Yeah, your only AoE right now is Prayer of Healing, which is, I believe, like a 10-minute spell if you want to wait 10 minutes here.
But let's not. You know what? I do still have through two fruits, right? Like the
You should,
two
yeah.
fruits that I
Yeah, you
can
should. You
pluck
haven't used
out.
yours for the day.
Yeah, I'm going to do that instead, just to like not
For
you know.
sure.
And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
going to use a spell slot for myself.
Go for it. So
Which one do I want to do? I'm gonna
the fruit is what,
do
like a
Cure
D6 or a D4?
Wounds. It was a D6.
Okay, I'll just roll that for them. You can roll your Cure Wounds. All right.
Yeah, so
Cool.
Cure Wounds is 1d8 plus 6. Okay. Ooh,
All right.
damn it, and I can't add extra damage.
Uh,
Got a 12. Let's go. I'm back to full health.
all right. You patch everyone's wounds up. Just like gives you a nod back, gives you a nod back. It's just like, I don't know what the fuck's happening, but we gotta get out of here.
Can I
I hear a lot of things that are bigger than me.
Can I spot the signs of like the people we are looking for? Like
What
the
people are you
everybody
looking
else in
for?
the party, like just everybody that we were with.
Uh, you give me a perception check. Sure. You're near the ledge.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is my perception again? Okay. Okay. 16.
16. You spot one person you recognize. You see Eglith. You see, like a little further into the crowd, you see he has like his sword out and is like slashing into a few of these like smaller demons that are getting too close. And
Mm.
you see there's like a entire crowd of people like running behind him, and he's kind of just like serving almost like a wall as they're like all running away.
I'm going to get his attention by. You know what? I'm gonna use a cantrip. I'll just use Sacred Flame on one of the demons
Yeah.
to help him out.
Dex save, sure. Yeah, you see with your help, like it starts like burn up. Roll me a d8 for your damage.
8.
Hey, you see it starts to burn up, and in that moment, like he just like decapitates it, and he looks up at you, just the life, run. He looks winded, like he's been fighting. Like it's been a couple minutes probably
No.
since you passed out, and you see Tristan like nods at Eglin, looks at you, like goes to grab your hand and starts to like run. Like, we gotta get out of here. We gotta get to a safer place. We can't stay here. This whole place is gonna come down at this rate. What
Yeah,
even are these
Sprout is
things? There's
going
hundreds of these
to-
monsters.
Sprout is going to kind of. He is reluctant to go when he's being dragged. He's kind of like still looking around for the others, trying to spot them to see where they are. But he is being dragged. It's not that
Yeah.
hard to drag Sprout
You see,
along.
while
It's-
you're being dragged, also he's trying to convince you more. He's just like, it's gonna be fine. Like, I mean, we already saw how strong your BC is. All of them are that strong, right? they'll get out of this. We just need to get out of here as well. Waiting around here, we'll just die. And Pike just like nods. He's like, yeah, I think we need to run. We need to run. And they start running, and you're getting dragged right now. And once you catch up to like Eglith, you see Eglith straight up just grabs you by the shoulder and chucks you over his, and he's just like carrying you above like the swarm of people so you don't get like just swept away. And
Okay.
you see he picks up Pike and puts him on his other shoulder, and he just has a sword out, and he's just like battering ramming his way.
Can I use perception again to see if I can spot anybody else?
Not yet. So with your current area, this is the one person you clocked. As you guys start to like make your way through, though, we next cut to Yabisi. You wake up in the ruins of said office. You look next to you and you see Tharaday with a piece of the ceiling where his head used to be. And you see next to you is where is it? Yeah, is Zelstein and Ziaka. And you see Zelstein looks pretty banged up. She rolled really bad, but she looks pretty banged up, and you see she's like picking herself up like, what? Not this. Not again. We gotta go. Wallace. Oh God. You're muted, Hector.
I get up. Oh gosh. No, just calm down. Kind of to breathe with me. Breathe. And I'm going to put my hands on her shoulders. And as we breathe together, I'm going to like use lay on hands and heal. Use the rest of my lay on hands because I only have.
Yeah. You start. You have 5, so I have 4 more, right? Yeah. You start to like
the rest of the 4.
You start patching some of her wounds up. She's like, "Oh, right, you're hurt too." And she puts her hand on you and gives you a cure wounds for. I mean, I think you don't need it, but 15 HP.
That takes me back to full because I took 10. Remember?
Life clerics, like. But you see, she heals you. Ziak also like you see takes like a swig of what she seems to have had a potion, and she looks horrified at what's happening. She's just like, the temple of the.
I'm so sorry.
What have
Don't
they done?
worry. It's
The
going to be
collector
okay.
won.
We're going to figure out what happened here. I'm going to look around the office. Is the champion's bag around?
You have it on you, yeah.
I'm putting that away.
Yeah.
And then actually there's a moment where Yabisi looks at the bag.
Uh-huh.
And Simon. Can you see what I'm holding in my hand? Or can you only
I have eyes?
No. You can only perceive something once it's put into you, right?
One way to find out.
All right, get close. Hopefully, this will give us something helpful. Boom.
Okay.
I'm dropping the entire champion's purse, and I'm giving it to Simon to see if Simon. My intention is to get something, some kind of relic, some kind of item, to try and get us out of here.
Because
I don't like the champion's purse. I don't like having the money. I don't care that the guy is dead. Yes, 11,000 gold could be really useful, but also
roll me a flat d20.
Okay, all right, here we go.
This can go either very well or horribly worse.
I got an 8.
Okay.
Do I roll a d100?
Hold on. Yes, now you do.
This is
Table.
I don't like this.
This is a gamble and a half for sure.
31.
31. Okay, 31.
What are we paying 10,000 gold for?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry, guys.
No,
I just
No,
like
it's fun. I love
it's
it.
a smart
I love
choice.
it.
It's just it's a smart choice. It just the rules.
I
The
know.
rolls.
Yeah, but
The-
it is
the
a smart
eight
choice, and I
hurts.
really do like it. It's a good idea.
Okay, let's
Now
see
we just
here.
cross our fingers and hope.
Okay, that's funny. But
Oh,
two things happen. Firstly, for the next hour, loud horns can be emanating from you at all times, just like the sound of horns blowing for the next hour in a mile radius. Secondly, it spits out a scroll. However, it does not say what spell it is.
In for a penny.
It just has a command word to activate it, essentially.
I'll identify that later. Come on, let's go. And then I
All right.
try to start leading them. I've got get my sword and shield out, and I'm gonna try and lead them out.
All right. You start to lead them out. You see, Zyaka looks pissed, and she's just like, "Oh, this is wrong. This is wrong." And in that moment, you see for a flashing moment behind her, an even larger like silhouette of like almost like a translucent red snake appears, like way above her head. And its eyes flash green and then more red and then golden. And she's just like, fine, we must leave, yes. But we must find out what happened here. This is wrong. The collective one, his image was down there. It cannot have been tarnished like this. And you see, she reaches into a pouch, pulls out what's like a very like hefty chunk of like gold, and it just like liquefies and disappears in her hand. And she casts a spell. As you see, that snake kind of like bends down, and it gives her flight. As you see, these two spectral wings pop out of her back, and you all begin to run your way out. I need an athletics check from all of you as you're trying to basically like outpace this growing danger.
Absolutely. Okay, I got a 10.
10. Let's see. Zelstein got an 8. Okay, Zyaka, with the lowest strength out of all three of you, rolled the best somehow. That's very funny.
Duck also has wings, and we
Yeah,
have to
like it
roll
checks out.
roll.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I should be rolling acrobatics for her. You're so right. Hold on. That's way better. All right. You all start to run. Like, it's not the best. You start to like get a few hits in from like other people, like just pushing through them, getting past all of this chaos. All of the happy, fun sounds of the Fine Day Boardwalk are gone and replaced with screams and just howling of monsters. As you reach like around the top of the stairs by this point, and now you're going to start making your way down. Next, cutting to Devana.
Yes,
You are in this weird panic state.
I
Give me a
want to.
perception first.
Okay. Wait.
Because this might change some of your decisions.
That's a 17.
17. Hold on. All right. On a 17.
No, wait.
You
18, sorry. 1 second.
18.
I
Wait a
I
minute.
just clocked the thing. Yes.
18, you do see Rest was pretty close to you. Just trying to be like he's crying in this panic state after what happened to Pliskin. He's just like kind of hiding, trying to get out. You see on the other side, near you actually by this point in this panic, you see like just sprinting down with like sword out is a hike.
Okay. Cool.
And you see he's just like yelling out down to you like, I know where the others are. We gotta move.
Okay.
And as he's saying this, however, you kind of turn and you see that pillar of light again. And you see amidst all of this crowd that's like, it's like a almost ocean current just moving out. There's just one exit to this pyramid, which is that tiny ass tunnel. So it's all kind of like funneling into that. It's causing a bit of a roadblock, which, however, on the further like up ends, going up ends kind of bits of the pyramid walls and all, looks very empty now. And on the upper side there, you see someone going against this current, walking towards the pillar. And
Do I know what? Can I see what I look like from here?
from this distance, you rolled an 18. You see they are. Hold on.
You mean pillar? You mean like the light that's coming out of the pit, right? Or is that not what you mean?
Yeah, the big pillar of light going into
Yeah.
the sky. Yeah. Going towards that. You see they're about, around your height, like 5'9", 6", like that tall, like in the distance as the best you can tell. You spot like this like just hooded cloaked figure seems to be holding what looks like this like orb in like this gloved hand, and there seems to be like a couple of weapon sheaths at the side. They seem to be a half-orc.
Fucking hell.
Okay. I'm going to look at. Wait. Okay. So so Hike said to go to the exit, right? Or Hike said we know where the others are. Or he's seen where the
Hike
others
does
are.
not know where the others are.
Okay,
Hike's
okay.
just saying we're all running, we gotta run.
First I look at Nedra. What's Nedra? How is she?
Scared.
Okay, I think Nedra or Devana gonna look at Nedra like, listen, I need you to be really brave right now, okay? And as Devana says that, they can almost hear their mother's voice from like past, and they look at like and then point at Hike, go with him, find the exit, okay? Can you do that?
Roll me persuasion.
One second. No. No. No.
All right. You see she's confused, but like Hike's just like, yeah, let's go, and like just tries to grab Nedra and go, and like she like stops him at first, and she's going reluctantly, so it's kind of a slower process.
Yeah.
But they are going.
Okay.
And
as
yeah,
they're going, I'm going to find the figure. I'm going to make my way forward.
again, going there does not take you too long. It's not like because you're breaking away from the current, so it's not as difficult. You go over there, you get closer. This looks like a very familiar half-orc figure. Long, streaked, white hair. A couple of scars where they weren't there before. Like one like kind of like long one around here, and you can see like around like the upper sleeve there's a couple more. But most of her is covered. And yeah.
Ivana would just yell like, "Stop!" Just like approach. I think it's almost like they're not sure. They hope, but they're not sure, and they're trying to just like.
You see, as they turn, a very familiar half of an amulet dangles in the air, and they look at you, kind of like almost a look of like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Yeah.
Followed by just like a wide-eyed like look, just. It's you.
What are you doing here?
Why are you here?
I was looking for you.
Why? If I wanted you to look for me, I would have told you that.
You just stopped writing. I thought you were dead.
Dead? No.
Bria, Mum's alive. Did you know that?
You see, she like squints at you and just goes, "Why do you know that?"
Because I heard her. She warned me.
What did she say? And you see at this point, she like stops going towards the pillar, like walks straight, like briskly walks up to you, grabs you. What did she say?
Can I get an insight on her?
Sure, with advantage.
Yes.
It's your sister.
That is ooh, a dirty 20.
All right, what are you trying to say?
I'm trying to see where her mind's at. I'm trying because the way she's acting. I'm trying to see like because she's like acting. What did she say? And she's grabbing me. I'm trying to figure out is she scared? Is she's like what is she trying to do? Like I'm trying to figure out what's her mindset right now.
She seems panicked, but when she's asking about this, she seems like almost borderline angry. Like, what the fuck did she say? Kind of a thing.
Okay. I think they're gonna go like. Didn't say much. Just said something's coming. And I think at this point, Vanna would sort of like reach out to just gently grab Ria's face, like, what happened?
She doesn't react to it immediately, and she just continues staring at you, and just goes, "If you hear that voice again, sister, don't trust it."
What do you mean?
They've been lying to us, Savannah.
Who?
They've all been lying to us. The ones at the temple, the ones who left us there, who abandoned us, they've all been lying. I've been traveling around looking for answers. I've been trying to find a letter to send you with good news for once. And guess what? All I found was more bad news, because the news we had was just lies. This, and she like grabs your necklace.
Uh-huh.
This, they are using to control you and to spread that lie more.
What?
If
Who's
you
they?
are our lovely parents, who else?
What did you find?
Found that they've been keeping us from everything that matters. I found that they've been keeping us from what we actually are. And
What? You're not making any sense.
this is... And she lets go of you and just like very like dismissively like, "This is why I stopped writing. You aren't ready to know these things yet. You are still too young in your own way. You need to see more of the world, sister. You need to find out what they've been doing.
Why don't you just
This
tell
here,
me?
all this chaos, this could have been avoided if they were just honest. But they weren't. They lied to you, they lied to me, they lied to all these people that are dying. And you see, she just points to like random people getting killed very like matter-of-factly. And she just looks over at the pillar again. I am here to make sure I have what I need to protect you and all of these people.
Was she was carrying an orb, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think when I look at the orb, like, what's that? What are you trying to do?
Roll me a persuasion.
Can I guide myself?
Sure.
Okay. Uh, 16.
This is what I found when I went looking for answers to where our parents have been all this time. And I found more than answers. I found out what they've been up to. Plotting and conspiring to ruin the world.
Get
I
it?
managed to stop one of them. The other one got away, and that's the one that's been talking to you.
I think Divana's eyes were like, Bria, what did you do?
What do you think? I make sure that you don't die, sister.
How?
And you see she doesn't say anything, and she just like kind of gets like this stoic expression on her face. You'll know once you're ready. If you want to be ready sooner, get rid of that thing around your neck for a couple of days. And you see she starts to walk away from you.
I'm going to try and go after her. I'm not letting her go. I will just go after her.
All right.
Oh, I don't know.
Roll me in athletics.
Okay. 8.
You see as you start to go after, she fully, like very roughly pushes you back down onto the ground. And she's going to cast banishment on you. Give me a charisma save.
What was it? It's a charisma, right?
I believe so. I'll double check.
I think it's charisma. Either way, it would be. No, actually, it depends.
Charisma.
Yeah, that's a 13.
Whoop!
No! Shit!
And after a minute passes,
Yeah, I'll be back.
Yeah,
And it's
you
and
drop
she's gone,
out, he's
probably.
gone. And where you arrive back, there's just a little like thing carved into the ground in what do you call it? In Orcish. Just going. I hoped you would be better than this. Hopefully next time you are.
Okay.
See.
And
Oh, nope. Divana's sister's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
At
Oh no,
which
bad
point-
guy because he hurt her sister, not because of any of this meta plot stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And at which point, for the sake of brevity, I will do one thing, which is based on your roles, I can confirm all of you are at least making it out of the pyramid. Maybe at a few costs here or there, but you are making it out. So the second bit of that we'll do later. I will do Jasper's first segment right now, which is slightly separate from your guys' escape because of what Jasper wrote. Jasper. Now, this is like we're doing a little like storytelling timey-wiminess. You wake up, it is quiet. It is strange. As you kind of get up, you look around and are immediately horrified. You still see the pillar billowing up into the sky. The roof has further blown open. You see further in the distant sky, the clouds are molding into a maelstrom in the sky. And more things are beginning to like come out of that. And around you are just corpses. Just death. Some were malformed into demons before dying. Some just died as they were. And just this like blackness everywhere. You actually look at yourself. While you were out cold, it seems you probably got run over or some shit a bunch of times. And you look over closely, you are severely wounded. To the point where you shouldn't be able to stand up, but you are. And it doesn't make sense. You feel cold. And you look over towards the pillar, and for a moment it flickers and its light shifts into this pale green and bluish light. And you almost feel a beckoning towards it. But not in a malignant way, in a very warm and sad way. And you just hear a singular voice first, and then while it starts talking, it's resonating as it's three separate voices, but then again breaks into the same singular voice, just going, "This was a horrible thing. But do you really see that this is the end of your line, young one?"
Jasper will kind of just look and go, you talking to me? I mean,
And yeah, go on.
I'm not sure I quite understand what's going on. Where is everyone?
As you ask that question, you feel a hand on your shoulder, just like kind of clasp your shoulder very, like, gently but tightly, and you just hear this figure from behind you just say, "They ran. It's been a while, and I don't know if you're gonna make it, honestly, but there might be a way if you still have something left in this world to protect."
I mean, there's lots to protect. The world itself, for one, but my friends need me.
Is that what you hope for, to protect this world?
I mean, it's not what I set out with the intent of, but it looks like the task that's been placed upon us. If the fates have anything to go by.
as you say that, like, this voice fully, like, laughs a little, very weakly, but and then just goes, "Hope like that will break your spirit. It's a useless endeavor." But if fates do have something to say, then maybe listen to what that one has to say, and points to the pillar. As you see, like, standing next to you is this very gruffed up, ruffled feather looking kenku with this long, crackled almost scar going across their beak and up next to their eye. One of their eyes is silvery white and the other is jet black. And you see they're wearing, like, this, like, long kind of disheveled, like, kind of cloak, a lot of, like, just tiredness in their eyes. They have what looks like one long, like, black dagger and what looks like a silvered mace on the other side, and seems to have this big clear, like, what you would know is, different, like, holy symbols, but you don't recognize most of them. But essentially you see what one looks like a symbol of a moon, and you see next to that looks like the symbol of a raven coming and landing on the moon. And you can roll a religion at that.
I am on the verge of tears, I'll have you know this.
Don't think I'm going to recognize it. It's just an 8.
8, you recognize the Raven is the Raven Queen. And you see they just look at you and, well, I hope you like what she has to say. And if you do, I guess we'll see each other on a different battlefield. And you see they run past you, jump as a pair of wings pop out, one silver, one black, and they fly into the pillar. And you are left there at that weird different pillar and that voice. Do you walk towards or not is the last question.
Absolutely. I book it towards.
You start just like limping your way towards it as everything like just fades. We will call our session there.
All right. All right.
I love like having my own line thrown back at me. The moment you start, I was like, no.
Oh,
Oh my
Brain
word.
has been dying for the last 20 minutes now.
yeah. Even the Jasper segment was somehow targeted at Riley. It was
I'm
very funny.
feeling attacked.
Oh my god. All right, Jan, let's wrap us up. Wrap us
Yeah.
up.
That has been us here at Dark Waters having a very unhinged late session. A lot has happened, a lot will happen next time, which might be a couple of weeks away, depending on how scheduling works, because we know how that goes. Regardless, I have been your Dungeon Master, Tanfighter. You can find me at Tanfighter1 on Instagram and Twitter. I do actual plays, voice acting, and all kinds of stuff like that. So if you need any of that work done, you know who to hit up. And once again, with my lovely players signing us off as well, we'll go one by one in the same order because I don't remember the other order. We will go with Jasper.
Thank you very much, guys. I have been Mike. My character might be dead, and I'm still not the most trauma-dumped player at this table today. So, yeah, thanks very much. You can catch me on the socials that I gave at the start. I'm too lazy to repeat them. It's been a lot. It's been a lot. See you next time.
All right. Yeah.
All right.
Hector.
Yes. Yeah. Hi, I've been Hector, aka Okami, all over the internet. You can find me everywhere. I've been playing Yabisi. It's been a really, really amazing time. Please keep an eye out on my Twitter at KHIOKami for all of the projects that I'm doing. And I will toss it over to Anna.
Yep. Yeah.
I don't even know how to do my outro after that. I am Anna O'Reilly, whatever one you prefer to use in pronouns, and I'm definitely human. I'm very having a lot of feelings. You can find me anywhere at Peculiar Planet. I'm pretty much every social media. Tomorrow, keep an eye out on my socials because there will be a podcast dropping. Yes, thank you. There will be a podcast dropping that I'm a part of, and the first episode is kind of important to me for reasons that will reveal themselves tomorrow. I'm also currently producing this stream today. It's been a lot. It's been a long day, and Rice, please.
Hi, I'm Rice or Ricecakes. I don't know what the fuck just happened. I use they, she pronouns. You can find me on Twitter at the original Orez. I am disappointed a little bit because I did not get to post the animatic last week like I promised because university decided to throw a lot of shit my way. I just have a little bit of the final editing touches to do because the full thing is done, but I just haven't had the time. But it's fine. It's going to be there soon because technically it's done. Anyways, I am rambling right now because my brain is not working properly.
Thank you for everyone.
Yeah, find me
watching.
on Twitter and
Yes, let me try to figure out how to end this stream.
Just hit stop.
Thank you for watching. Thank you for